Hey everyone, Karen Dubs here. This is my foster pup, Bruno. And I know I normally do videos, yoga videos that I post and talks about superfoods and self-care and gut health and all that great stuff. But today we're going to talk a little bit about yoga off the mat and my fostering experience. So a little bit of a different approach here, but this really applies to a lot of things. And I think a lot of people will relate to this, whether you are interested or not in foster caring a dog or doing volunteer work. Really the whole like yoga off the mat concept. For those of you who practice yoga regularly, you're probably already familiar with this. Some of you might not be, but the physical poses of yoga, the warrior poses, the balance poses, the core strength, all that great stuff. Amazing, right? But that's just one element of yoga. And so fostering this dog, Bruno, has really been a yoga off the mat experience for me. It's been an opportunity to practice patience, to really, we a lot of us do volunteer work, we donate all the time, but you can't really see the end result. And working with him, we pulled him from a high kill shelter in Texas. For those of you who don't know the story, it's on my, you can follow along at Stella Luna Leo Rescue Pups. They're on Instagram and Facebook, and follow his journey to his forever home, which he's got a couple applications in now for that. But he was in a high kill shelter in Texas. It was the holidays. It was about like 2 weeks before Christmas. And my husband saw an Instagram post. This is one of the positive things of social media. And the post was, "I don't want to die tomorrow." It was a picture of this guy and he was going to be euthanized the following day. And my husband screenshotted that picture and sent it to me and said, let's see what we can do to help. And I think he thought in his mind that we were going to make a donation, which we do all the time. But the truth is, because the shelters are so full, there's not enough room for all of these dogs, and more, hundreds, thousands more arrive every day that they need foster homes. And so we were like, wow, okay. I'm not gonna lie, I was really intimidated by the thought of bringing a dog that I had never met before that was coming straight from Texas. He's, by the way, a big guy. He's about 100 pounds. And I, of course, have 3 other small dogs in the house and that whole dynamic. And so I was really, and it's the holiday season, so it's busy. When is it never not busy, right? When is there ever a good time to do something like that, to put your life sort of on hold temporarily? But we decided to do it. And it has been, oh my gosh, one of the most amazing experiences just to see him transform in the last 3 weeks. He was so sick when he first arrived because it was such a traumatic time in the shelter. Although he got great care there, they're managing so many dogs and they can only do so much, and they had limited funds. And he was foster cared in Texas for a little while before they could transport him here. And of course the transport is long and hard on him too. So he was a mess when he first got here. And to see him transform in the last 3 weeks, I honestly think he was probably a hunting dog and he had never lived in a home before. In the last 3 weeks, I have taught him to do pretty much everything. Sit, stay, lay down. His digestion is improved. We're working on gut health for him too, right, Bruno? Because gut health is important for dogs too. And it's just a phenomenal experience. Now, the yoga off the mat thing really comes in on what's next. So that for me, I am, as his foster mom, not supposed to get too attached, right? And anybody who knows me is like, I'm all in. And letting yourself be vulnerable in that way, there's really no other way for me. I have to be all in with my whole heart. And knowing that I'm going to give him away to somebody else, and that non-attachment thing in yoga is such a fine line, right? How do you be vulnerable, put your whole heart out there, and love with your whole heart, and know that you're going to let go. Anybody who's a parent already knows this. You have to let go. You've got to let your kids go too, right? And so it's just such a wonderful yoga off the mat experience. And I think in this time of Amazon and Google and instant messenger and instant gratification, the process of just pausing being with this dog, breathing with him, feeding him, loving him like he has never been loved before. He and I are both very attached to each other. It is gonna rip my guts out. I'm not kidding you. And I know for some of you like think that's so dramatic, but when I give him away to somebody else, it's gonna be painful. But someone did it for me with my 3 dogs. They were all foster cared, and you know, I would keep him in a heartbeat, except I want to do this again. And that to me is like one of the hardest but most joyful things, is to give him to another family and to know that he is going to have an amazing life. And he deserves that. We all deserve that. Like, what's the quote? May all beings be happy and free. And so I just want to say, like, if it's something that you're considering, fostering a dog, just know that you will get direct joy. Like, yes, you can absolutely donate money. You can volunteer, you know, wherever. But when you pull a dog from a shelter that was going to be euthanized and you give them a second chance, and you know directly that you'll get to meet the family that they're going to live with and be with forever. I mean, there's a sense of peace and joy that comes with that is unexplainable, and it's definitely a yoga off the mat opportunity. You know, and as the quote goes, you can't buy love, but you can adopt it. And the other quote that, you know, we can't change the world, but we can, for one dog, change that dog's entire world. And that's really what I'm doing right now. I'm really trying to just focus on him and letting go of ego too, like knowing that I think in my mind, like, he's so in love with me and I'm so in love with him. But the truth is, that's my ego. Like, he's gonna love somebody else just as much. And, you know, just knowing that in this like selfie world, like, that this is an unselfie. It's an unselfie, and it's all about, like, it's not about me. This is about him, truly, and his next family. So anyway, if you're interested or considering fostering, I would highly encourage you to do it. I'm not saying it's easy, but what in life that is worthwhile is easy. Like, we actually do have to step up. The truth is, he honestly just wouldn't be here right now. He would have been euthanized. And it's ridiculous that, you know, next door neighbors and puppy mills and all of these places are just pumping more and more dogs into the world, when beautiful dogs just like Bruno are already here and just need someone to give them love and a second chance. And that's it. So shout out to my friends at Kingsville Animal Advocates in Kingsville, Texas, for saving him. And of course to True Rescue here in Maryland. So you can check them both out or check your local shelters. Just know that there are millions, I would say thousands, but it's really millions of dogs every year that just need love and a second chance. Okay, so that's it for now, right, Bruno? I had to teach Bruno kisses. He's never been kissed before, and so the first couple weeks he was like, he was a little like, "What are you doing?" All up in my face. But now he knows what kisses are. He knows what blenders are. He knows what a vacuum cleaner is. He knows what a TV is. The first week he was totally freaked out by TV. He is an amazing dog. So he already has a few applications in for him. But if you're interested, feel free to direct message me or put an application in via True Rescue. Okay, that's it for now, you guys. Bye.